All right. Morning. Morning. How are you feeling right now? Could be a range of emotions. Maybe a bit frustrated, annoyed, because you're thinking, why is he dressed like this? What's this got to do with tennis? This guy's an idiot. How can I take him seriously? Or maybe you're feeling alert and focused because you're thinking, well, it's Nick, and knowing Nick, there'll be a point to this, and I'm interested to find out what that is. Or maybe you'll just be feeling happy and relaxed because you're thinking, it's quite amusing seeing me dressed like this. And it works both ways. How do you think I was feeling when I walked from the car to the courts? I might have been feeling anxious and nervous if I was worrying about what people thought of me. And that's the big point here. Thoughts drive emotions. And you don't have a hope in hell of being able to control your emotions better if you don't understand that. I was able to avoid feeling nervous because I focused my thoughts on the reason for being dressed like this, and that was to make an important point for this video. This is my second video on mental strength in tennis. The first one, video 10. If you haven't watched it already, I do strongly suggest you watch that one first before continuing this one. So Justin, sometimes you get a bit annoyed and angry and upset on the court, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? What do you think makes you that way?
Well, sometimes I don't think I play that well.
Losing, playing badly, common reasons for getting angry. Your outer self needs to focus on thoughts that allow it to remain in harmony with your inner self and not in conflict with it. Thinking about how badly you're playing will lead to feelings of frustration and conflict between your outer self and inner self. Instead, try to think about the reasons that you're playing badly and things that you could do to improve the situation. That will then lead to higher levels of focus and determination. Thinking about a losing scoreline will also make you angry and frustrated. Instead, understand that no one has the right to win a tennis match. The best thing you can do for your chances is to give your very best effort for each and every point, and then that will promote higher levels of focus and determination. Some players can also worry about judgment from those watching or those close to them, and that can lead to feelings of anxiety, which causes conflict between the two selves. Instead, try and understand that you should only be playing tennis for yourself, not for other people. That will then lead to feelings of less pressure and added focus. With these ideas in mind, you can then add a simple rule whereby you only allow thoughts that are about things that you can control. Things like your levels of determination and focus, your footwork intensity, taking your time between points, and thinking tactically. Thinking about things you can't control will only upset you emotionally and reduce your ability to perform at your best. These are things like the weather conditions, the position of the sun, the court playing surface, winning any game, set, match, or individual point, or indeed the outcome of any shot that you hit. Also things like the behaviour of your opponent, or the playing level of your opponent that day, good and bad luck. The list is a long one. Try and get in the habit of recognizing when your thoughts are about things that are out of your control, and then try to practice ignoring and erasing those thoughts as quickly as you can. Let's now have a look at a few examples with Justin.
Oh my god!
In video 10, we talked about awareness, motivation to improve, and a plan that simply involved not associating good or bad to anything that happens within the match. Today we've built on this by understanding how to substitute thoughts that cause conflict between your outer self and inner self with thoughts that don't. Also, understanding whether a thought is about something you can control or not is a simple way to manage this. We'll come back to mental strength in a few weeks' time, and I'm going to give you the big one then, the number one rule for mental toughness, the thing that all the pros talk about and try to do. The next video, we'll have something from Jeremy for you, and I look forward to see you then.
Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop skipping. I'm too hot. Call the police and the firemen. I'm too hot. Make a dragon wanna retire.